All right, what's going on, you guys? Nick here with Nick's Time and Power. So as you guys may or may not know, Dexter Jackson did make a response video on his Instagram to my last video about Dexter Jackson's comments on Flex Lewis. So if you guys weren't aware, I'll catch you up really quick. So Dexter Jackson made an Instagram video about Flex Lewis saying that he wanted to compete in the Open. And essentially in that Instagram video, Dexter said that Flex was too small for us, or the open bodybuilding division. He said Flex wasn't big enough to be competitive there.
Nah, he don't want none of this right here. Too small. He better worry about them boys from Kuwait and the Iranian boy first. Yeah, too small. We the big boys up here, boy.
So I made a video comparing Dexter and Flex's physiques, their heights and weights, and the whole point of that video was simply to say that a smaller bodybuilder, a shorter bodybuilder, like Flex Lewis, could be successful in men's open bodybuilding, because Dexter was a smaller bodybuilder in men's open bodybuilding, and he was very successful, arguably the most successful men's open bodybuilder of all time. So that was the whole point of the video, to say that even though Flex was from the 212, he was a smaller guy from a weight standpoint, that doesn't mean he can't do well in men's open bodybuilding. But Dexter kind of took it a different way. So in that video, to try to provide some reference, I used some heights and weights for Dexter that were listed online and compared them to that of Flex Lewis. So Dexter did a response video where he basically weighs himself right now in the off season at 259 pounds. So I wanted to make sure I included that in this video because I want you guys to see what Dexter really weighs right now.
All right, here we go. Check this out. Yo. Yeah, I've been getting a lot of messages about me coming into the Olympia at 230. It's a huge rumor going around. Everybody knows me. They just know everything about me. You know why? Because you read the old profile stats saying that I weigh 215 and 225 on the all season, and I'll come on stage at 215. That's when I first came in the game, baby.
So in Dexter's video, he kind of made it sound like I was trying to say he was going to be 215 on stage at the Olympia this year. Now, it wasn't the point that I was trying to make. I was trying to make the point that he's a smaller bodybuilder in the men's open, which regardless of what he weighs, you can look at Dexter and tell he's one of the smaller guys in the lineup, and he's still very successful because he comes in with that conditioning. That's why he's called the Blade. He's a successful smaller bodybuilder. So the whole point wasn't to spread a rumor that Dexter is small. The point was to say Flex Lewis is a smaller guy, Dexter's a smaller guy. They could both be successful in men's open. So I don't know why Dexter is saying that Flex isn't big enough for men's open bodybuilding. That was the entire point. So finally, I wanted to explain where I got the stats from and why I chose to use that set of particular stats. So the stats I used were from bodybuilding.com. In bodybuilding.com, it was on Dexter's official pro bodybuilding profile. So the way these bodybuilding profiles work here is either the bodybuilder themselves submit the changes to the profile and add the height and weight and all the stats, or bodybuilding.com takes that information from direct interviews done with that bodybuilder. So bodybuilding.com is a pretty reputable source. And bodybuilding.com had him, and mind you, this is in 2013. This article was last updated in 2013, and Dexter mentions that in his video, saying this was an older profile. But keep in mind, my point remains the same. Even if this was from 2013, and this was actually what he weighed in 2013, 235 in the offseason, 215 to 220 on stage, Dexter Jackson won the Olympia back in 2008, 5 years before this bodybuilding profile. So again, the point is, if a guy like Dexter, smaller guy, can win the Mr. Olympia, Flex Lewis can do well at the Mr. Olympia. That's the only point I'm making. And again, I chose to use bodybuilding.com because they were the most reputable out of all the sites. Now, there were multiple other sites, including muscleandfitness.com, which has Dexter Jackson at 218 pounds in competition condition. You had greatestphysiques.com, which had Dexter at 215 to 225 in contest condition. Of course, you had Wikipedia, which had 215 and 235 contest and off season. And then, of course, you have healthyceleb.com, which has Dexter at 216 in competition condition and 236 in off-season. So people were saying, oh, you didn't do your research. You pulled out some random old article. I did my research, and almost every major bodybuilding website has Dexter listed right where bodybuilding.com had him listed. I just chose to go with bodybuilding.com because they were the most reputable of all those sources. And I even said in my video, these are approximate weights. He weighs about 235 in the off season. He weighs around 225 on stage. I was just using those numbers to give a little bit more specific reference. Again, I wasn't trying to spread any rumor about Dexter. And then Dexter ended the video with saying that haters, implying me, I'm a hater, only motivate him to do better.
I have proven to you guys, year after year, time after time, all the haters don't do nothing but fuel me. That's the attitude you should have. When people hating on you, because hater got jobs, that's their job, to hate.
And I wanted to address that last part. I've never been a hater of Dexter Jackson, ever. I just disagreed with the comment that Flex Lewis wasn't big enough for men's open bodybuilding, and then compared him to Dexter's physique because these are both smaller guys. I've even made a video on this channel called The Bodybuilder That Won Everything. And it's a video about how Dexter Jackson has won essentially every single title in bodybuilding, most of them multiple times, and then making a case for why Dexter could arguably be the greatest bodybuilder of all time. So if you think I'm a hater, Dexter, I encourage you to check out that video. All my video was intended to do was to say that Flex Lewis could be competitive as an open bodybuilder. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, and please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Nick Strength and Power, signing out.